Hi guys, today I'm going to show you how do you spoof a MAC address in Backtrack 5. Before I start with the demonstration of this video, I would like to tell you that this video is only for educational purposes. First thing, what is a MAC address? I'm opening a terminal over here. I'll execute a command ifconfig. This command is used to view the IP address of your Backtrack machine. So when I execute this command, it tells me that right now I don't have any IP set for my Backtrack machine, as well as it also shows me what is the current MAC address or the hardware address for Backtrack 5. Okay, so first thing, I'm going to assign an IP address to my Backtrack machine, and then let us see how the MAC address is visible on the other end over here. So I'm going to use a command ifconfig. So this IP address that I'm setting is for ETH0. I'm going to give an IP address of 192.168. It's a class C address with a 24-bit mask, and enter. So the IP address is set for this machine. I'm going to run once again ifconfig, and this is the IP address that is visible over here. Okay, so also it tells me that this is the current MAC address that is assigned to this device over here. Additionally, I'm using Windows XP as a machine over here to see that if I'm communicating from Backtrack to Windows XP, how things be on over here. So first thing, I'm going to use ping command to check out whether my Backtrack is communicating with Windows XP. Both of the machines are put in a LAN segment over here. So if I give it to 1.1, it communicates well. So you can see an ICMP reply packet coming from its own interface IP address. I'm going to use it against XP, and I can see that now it's also communicating well with Windows XP over here. Now we'll go to our XP machine in which I have installed Wireshark. Wireshark is a protocol analyzer, a tool that is used to capture packets that come to the interface of this machine. When you run Wireshark, what it does is it puts the NIC card into promiscuous mode. NIC card, when it's running in promiscuous mode, it captures each and every packet that comes to its interface. Okay, so I've run Wireshark over here. I'm going to go to capture interfaces. This can be used when you have a couple of interfaces, NIC cards to your machine over here. Right now I have only one, which is for VMware over here, and this is its IP address over here. So I'm going to start all captures coming to this particular interface. So Wireshark is running over here. Let's go back to our Backtrack machine and try to do a simple ping command and check out what happens when we do not spoof our MAC address over here. So I'm running ping command, which is going to use ICMP protocol to send ICMP request packet to Windows XP machine, and since I'm running a packet capturing tool over here, I'll just stop this over here. It's done. So you can see here all the packets that were captured by Wireshark over here. You can see the source address is 1.2. okay, that's okay, it's a announcement over here. We have 1.1, which is the source address. Destination is 1.2. that means my Backtrack machine is sending an ICMP echo request packet to 1.2. okay, and this is the ID. So I'm just going to select this and try to view what all contents do we have inside that packet over here. So if I go to the Ethernet field over here, you can see the source address is 000C29, or let us take this over here. Okay, it is B2EF2B source address, and destination address is this. That means destination is Windows XP machine. So let us first verify. I'm opening the command prompt. I'll type a command over here. Let me use a simple command, get MAC. So what this command will do is it will give you the MAC address of your existing machine. So we have 94B9AC. So does it match the destination MAC? Exactly, it matches over here. So this MAC is the MAC address of Windows XP machine. Now let us verify the MAC address of Backtrack machine. So switch on to Backtrack over here. We'll clear this off over here. I'll type if config. It is B2EF2B with the 000C29. So we have B2EF2B. It is B2EF2B. Now this can be a very interesting thing. If I'm trying to connect to any servers will have logging mechanisms used over here. So those servers are going to pick up the packets with the IP address and the MAC address over here. So on any servers or any administrator finds out the MAC address, he can use a MAC tracing tool and locate where this machine or from which device this packet or the data was being received over here. So today we are going to learn or see how do we spoof our MAC address over here. So first thing is, you can see the interface is up over here. We have an IP address and we have this address, which is an original MAC address of Backtrack 5. Now first thing is, to spoof a MAC address there are two things you need to do. First thing, we need to bring the interface down. If the interface is up, you cannot spoof the MAC address. It cannot be modified. So I'm going to go to if config command with ETH0 and I'm going to execute this command, which is going to bring down ETH0 over here. Secondly, I'm going to use a tool called as MAC changer. MAC changer is a utility used if you need to spoof the MAC address of your Backtrack machine. So I'm going to use MAC changer. To just show you a small help on this, just type MAC changer with -h. It is a help command. You get all the possible things you can do with MAC changer. Similarly, if you want to use another MAC address of a random vendor of the same kind, you can do that. I generally use this option over here, which is pretty interesting, so I can use any MAC address what I would like to. So let's put a little top. Okay, I want to run MAC changer. MAC equal to, make sure you use it in the same manner. Do not change over here. If you give a space and put equal to, this is not going to work. So I'm going to put equal to and give a random MAC address, something that of my own choice. So I'm using it 001122334455 and I'm going to set it for ETH0. Voila. You can see the current MAC address is this, which belongs to VMware Incorporation over here, whereas my fake MAC address is now something else. It is 001122334455 in this manner over here. So clear this stuff. If config ETH up, we're going to bring the interface up over here. It is up. Type if config and now you can see this MAC address right over here. It is changed. It is not the MAC address we had earlier. Okay, so I feel that my IP address is gone. I'll just assign an IP address fast. So running if config command, this IP address, and this is my spoof MAC address. Now let's try out another interesting thing over here. Earlier when we did a ping command 1.1 to 1.2, it sent an ICMP request packet over here and we could find out the original MAC address of our Backtrack machine. In this example, if a hacker or if a malicious user would use this over here, generally they would change the MAC address, so they would spoof the MAC address, which allows them to go undetectable over here. Similarly, if you use the same stuff in pen testing over here and you want to find out if you're using a MAC address of a server, using that MAC address and trying to do some stuff like fooling the switch over here to get packets to that port or some other stuff over here, this is how it works. So I'm going to close this entire stuff over here. I'm going to quit without saving. I'm going to run Wireshark once again. Now this time we're going to run a ping command. Ping to 192.168.1.2. Oh, 1.2, and we are getting a reply over here. Voila. Let us go back to, okay, we have some packets being captured over here. We're going to stop Wireshark from capturing any of the packets. Let's go to the first packet over here. We have a broadcast and some other stuff. First packet over here, it's an ICMP request packet sent from 1.2, from 1.1, that is a backtrack machine, which is the source machine, to 1.2, which is the XP machine. It's an ICMP packet, echo packet over here. It's a request packet, as you can see. And let us come and check out now at the Ethernet field over here. Our destination MAC address, that is bring it over here. It is 94B9AC, which is matches. It's the Windows XP MAC address, and this is the MAC address of Backtrack. Now, as you see, the MAC address of the virtual machine of Backtrack was different, but by using this command, MAC changer, over here, you can spoof the MAC address of your Backtrack machine, which allows you to go undetectable. Well, folks, this is about spoofing MAC address, and thank you for watching this video.